Welcome to the Unleash Your Inner Radiance podcast with your host, Lisa Dorn. Unleash, 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 unleash your inner radiance.
Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another edition of Unleash Your Inner Radiance. I'm Lisa, and I am your health, wellness, and life transformation coach. So welcome back. Before we begin today, I want to ask you something. When was the last time you actually paused long enough to ask yourself, how am I really doing? And I want you to give yourself the polite answer, like what you would give someone else who asks you that same question, right? I don't want you to give yourself the I'm fine, because that will roll off your tongue very automatically. But I want the real answer, because the truth is, many of us are moving through life on autopilot. We're busy. We're responsible. We're showing up for everyone else. And somewhere in all of that, we forget to show up for ourselves. Last week, I shared something deeply personal with you guys. Actually, my last couple episodes have kind of been that way. I've been talking about my experience at the Valley of Fire and how standing in the middle of that ancient landscape truly shifted something inside of me. Something about stillness, the quiet, the sense of perspective. And it reminded me of something that we all forget sometimes, not always, that life isn't about surviving. It's about feeling alive. And that realization opened my heart to a deeper truth, because emotional wellness matters. It does. It matters in everyone's life. And it doesn't matter just when life falls apart, but it matters every single day, because emotional wellness is the foundation of absolutely everything else, like our energy, our relationships, our health, our ability to show up in the world with purpose. So today we're going to talk about something I believe is one of the most powerful things that we can do for ourselves. Learning how to care for our soul. Not in a complicated way, but in a simple, meaningful, restorative way. Because sometimes the smallest rituals create the biggest transformations. Emotional wellness, the missing piece. We talk about health all the time. We talk about diet, exercise, supplements, doctor appointments. But do we talk about emotional wellness? That conversation usually never happens, and it just gets pushed to the side. And the truth is, if our emotional world is out of balance, everything else feels super hard. We get exhausted way more easily than we should. We feel overwhelmed and, kind of get more agitated quickly, right? We lose connection not only with others, but with ourselves. And many of us were never taught how to take care of our emotional health. I don't know what kind of family you grew up in, but we didn't talk about this on any level. I love my parents dearly, but my mom, even being a nurse or going back to school for nursing, was never a cuddly mother type. So what we are taught is to just push through. Keep going. Be strong. But strength isn't always about pushing harder. Sometimes strength is about slowing down enough so that we can listen. We can listen to our thoughts, our feelings, our body. Because emotional wellness begins with awareness. It begins with the courage to ask yourself, what do I actually need right now? So I want you to consider movement as medicine. Because one of the simplest ways I reconnect with myself is movement. Not in intense workouts, not in punishment workouts, just in moving it because it feels good. Like walking, stretching, dancing around the kitchen when no one's watching, right? There's something powerful that happens when your body moves. Your mind clears, your nervous system resets, your energy shifts. And one of my favorite rituals lately is simply going for a walk. No music, no podcast, just quiet, breathing, just noticing the world around me, just listening to the leaves, to the air, to everything that you can hear. Walking. And every single time I come back from that walk, I feel lighter and clearer, more grounded. Sometimes healing doesn't require big changes, but sometimes it starts with like just 10 minutes outside. Take your shoes off and go stand in the grass. I know the grass isn't really green right now in Minnesota, but you get what I mean. Just go do it, right? Because grounding yourself changes your energy. So what I'm going to talk about is supporting your body from the inside out. Because another piece of wellness that has become incredibly important to me is supporting my body nutritionally. I am postmenopause. I am 58 years old. And emotional health and physical health are both so deeply connected that we need to watch when our hormones change, our energy changes, our sleep changes, especially in midlife. And sometimes our bodies need support. They don't need just some quick fix, but they need intentional support. Things like magnesium and omega-3s and adaptogens and targeted supplements. Because these things aren't magic pills, but when we start listening to what our body needs, we begin building wellness from the inside out. And guess what that creates? Resilience. So I want to work on training your mind because we train our bodies, but we rarely train our minds. And yet, our thoughts shape our experiences of our life more than almost anything else does. So I want to talk about practices like journaling, meditation, gratitude, self-reflection. These are all very powerful mental exercises. And one of my favorite practices lately is gratitude. But not the surface kind, like the deeper kind. Like noticing the small things, like the sunlight coming through the window or the warmth of the coffee in the morning, right? Or conversations that fill your heart. When you begin noticing those moments, your entire perspective, and it shifts, right? It just shifts. And you're like, wow. And suddenly life feels more spacious, more hopeful, more alive. That is the power of small rituals. Because self-care doesn't have to be so extravagant. Last week I did something really simple, right? I did an at-home spa night. I did a facial mask. I put on my earpods and I just listened to something quietly. I dimmed the lights. And guess what? I sat in my massage chair No, I know everybody doesn't have a massage chair, but just doing something like a facial mask, soft music, dim lights, and quiet, it feels incredible. Not because it was fancy, because it wasn't, but it was intentional. And these little rituals send your nervous system a message. And guess what? It says that you're safe. It says that you're cared for. It says that you matter. And when you care for yourself this way, your emotional cup begins to refill. And you start coming back to yourself. Because life pulls us in so many directions: responsibility, expectations, pressure. And sometimes we lose touch with who we really are. But emotional wellness, it'll bring it right back to your center, right back to your peace, right back to your power. It doesn't require a dramatic overhaul. It begins with just really small choices, like a walk, a journal page, a quiet moment, a deep breath. Every time you care for yourself in these ways, you send yourself a powerful message that says, I matter. And that message changes everything, because that's important, because you matter and I matter. So show yourself that you matter by doing self-care. So before we end today, I want to leave you with this. Your emotional wellness is not a luxury. It's not something that you earn after everything else is done. It's actually the foundation that supports everything in your life. Because when you care for your mind, your body responds. When you care for your body, your energy changes. And when you care for your soul, you begin to experience life differently. So, this week, I want to invite you to do one small thing for yourself. Take a walk, light a candle, write down 3 things that you are grateful for, put on a facial mask like I did, and just breathe. And if you haven't yet listened to my previous episode about my experience at the Valley of Fire, because that moment in the desert, that stillness, that perspective, it is what opened my heart to everything we talked about today. And I think I might open something in you too. I really do. I really, truly do believe that these last few episodes since I was at the Valley of Fire will really open something in you. So I want to thank you so incredibly much for spending time with me today. If this episode spoke to your heart, please share it with someone who might need this reminder. Until next time, take care of your body, take care of your mind, and most importantly, take care of your beautiful soul. See you next week.
When
Look inside your soul, they're lingering. And when you feel the glow, it's your turn now. It's time to grow. It's time to find your light again and free the child within. Unleash, 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 unleash your inner radiance. Unleash, 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 unleash your inner radiance. Forgive yourself, child. The road is bright ahead. It's not too late, child, to design the life you lead. It's time to find the light again and free the child within. Unleash, 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 unleash your inner radiance. Unleash, 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 unleash your inner radiance. Unleash, 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 unleash your inner radiance. Unleash, 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 unleash your inner radiance. 'Cause you